9.5% pay rise because the employees didn't got any pay rise in the last 3 years through the pandemic. They really helped the company, and now it's time that the company pays respect with a good offer on a good pay rise. Of course, inflation is a very big issue amongst the employees.
Well, let's get more on this now with Simon Calder, who's a travel journalist and broadcaster. He joins us now from off the coast of Italy. Good to have you with us, Simon. You're currently speaking to us from a boat, which is probably where thousands of German air passengers would rather be right now, given that Lufthansa essentially grounded all of its flights on Wednesday. Tell us more about what's happening in Germany. Do you think the national carrier should give in to those pay rise demands to avert even more travel chaos?
I think it will give in undoubtedly, because this is a picture we are seeing right across Europe. If you look at Lufthansa in Germany, if you look at what's happening particularly in the UK with British Airways pilots also saying we want more cash, ground handling companies, their staff are saying we demand inflation rises. And you're looking at cabin crew working for EasyJet and Ryanair, the two biggest low-cost airlines in Europe. They are also in various countries demanding pay. Now, they are doing this at a time when we are seeing a very, very unstable return to the days of aviation at full strength. There are still many problems affected by the COVID pandemic, and yet the demand for travel is very strong indeed. The pilots for Lufthansa, as well as all these other groups, know that aviation is immensely complicated. And if one group of employees decides to take industrial action and go on strike, then they can destroy the travel plans, as we heard today, of 100,000 people. That is extremely upsetting for those prospective travelers. It's very expensive for the airline. And faced with this sort of problem, generally airlines will, I think, want to raise pay. And in a sense, we need a correction which will involve aviation staff getting a bit more cash, because right up until 2019 and the COVID pandemic, I think we had much too low pay, low cost. And while it was fantastic being a traveler and paying very little for your airfares, it wasn't really sustainable. And now we are seeing what happens there in terms of pilots wanting more cash, ground handlers, cabin crew, air traffic controllers, everyone saying, hey, I put up with the pandemic, I kept things running, I'm losing money, inflation is too high, give me more cash. And that's right across aviation. It's also happening on the railways in the UK. It's not yet happening on my beautiful boat.
Okay, well, Simon Calder, you certainly do look like you're enjoying yourself on the high seas there, but we thank you for interrupting your holidays to join us here on TRT World. We appreciate it.